We need to talk about it. The Georgia board has officially changed the rules in the state at what feels like the 11th hour. They are now requiring the hand counting of ballots, which is advantageous to DJT and the Republicans and directly ties into the certification issue. And you might be thinking, Daria, how is that favorable to the Republicans? How is the hand counting of ballots a part of the refuse to certify plan? Well, like many of his legal battles, the name of the game for DJT and his legal team is delay, delay, delay. This new hand counting rule requires counties to count by hand the number of ballots cast at each polling place, and they have to make sure that it matches the number of ballots tallied by the machines. Even the Republican Attorney General Chris Carr and the Secretary of State for Georgia, Brad Raffensperger, are saying this is absurd. By the way, Raffensperger is the one that DJT made that infamous call to. He was like, just find me the 10,000, 11,000. Yeah, him. Well, he used to be the head of the board in Georgia, but after he refused to go along with DJT's plan, he was ousted by the Republican majority. Anyway, this new hand count is going to have a major impact in two ways. One, it's slow. According to data from 2021, there are over 7 million registered voters in the state of Georgia. There's definitely more as of 2024. Of those voters, around 4 million are white and 2 million are black. Requiring humans to go hand by hand to count millions of votes is going to take a very long time. The count is due December 11th in order for it to be certified for the Electoral College. So they're going to be racing against a clock. And two, this raises so many potential chain of custody issues. Humans are not machines. There's room for error. They can say, hey, this worker or person didn't count right. It really just opens the door to new possibilities and potential challenges. And now remember, if neither DJT nor VP Kamala Harris get a majority, then it goes to the House. And to be clear, in a contingent, it's not each member of the House that gets a choice. It's simply one state, one vote. So 50 in total. The state numbers, because of the makeup of our country, tend to favor the Republicans. And if for some reason there's a tie, the Senate-picked VP becomes the acting president. And if the Senate can't decide either, then the Speaker of the House becomes the acting president. Can't make this up. This is really in the Constitution and how it works. Now, if you're asking how do we avoid this, how can I help? The answer really is to show up in November. Talk to your neighbors, family, friends, community about what's going on. Perhaps most importantly, if you're in a swing state, know your rights when you're going to the polling place. Where exactly the location is, what you need to bring, identification if any, what time you're going, what time do they close, are there any restrictions around what you can wear? Be prepared. And there's obviously going to be legal challenges to this hand counting rule in Georgia, especially since it's so close to November. But this is just one rule and one example in one state. This is not to mention the efforts in other places like Arizona and Nebraska. DJT and the GOP are setting the foundational groundwork to not certifying a Democratic win.